Can Shawn still take a bump? Like, does he take bumps in the PC?
Dude, no, he doesn't. But if he, bro, he said something to me one time. The best quote he ever said to me one time. He said, if I want to, I'll tape up my knees and run circles around all you guys. And I believed him. And I believed him. And he could. I physically think he could. He said he's like, I have the will to do it. But I physically, you know what I mean? I don't know. But I have the will to do it. Damn, you're sick. he
I
was he was
mean, you
probably
think
just talking smack, but
he's the GOAT for a reason, you know?
go. He could. I'm telling you, I think he could.
Is there something you've picked up from Shawn that you can look back at your matches now that you go, oh, that is a direct result of something I learned from him?
Hmm. Probably subconsciously, yeah. Like creating moments and things like that, and like I said, facials and stuff. Like, because if you look at Shawn prior to like before he came back and worked with Hunter in 2002, he was kind of a different worker. His back end stuff, it was a lot more of like selling and facials and stuff. And then early on, he was just running and gunning. So like I try to get the best of both worlds. But one thing I have to understand is like it's an accumulation of years and years and years of equity, especially TV equity, that allowed him to work a certain way. So there's certain things that I see with Shawn, with any guys. You got to realize that those guys put in so much time, so they're allowed to work that way. If that makes sense. I hope I'm not saying too much, but there's a lot of things that like I'll watch from old Shawn that like I try to see, and I'm like, oh, okay, I see why he did that. I'm like, oh yeah, that's good. Try not to take too much from certain guys because I don't ever want to be compared. But there's a lot of subconscious things that I do that Shawn had taught me. I can't pinpoint it, but there is things that I do.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. What's your favorite
Sure.
Shawn match?
You know what? An underrated match, man. I loved him and Jeff Jarrett. I really enjoyed that match. A lot of people don't give that match enough
That is a
credit.
deep cut.
That's a deep cut, man. I really enjoyed that match. I mean, he has so many. I love that version of Shawn. And then obviously, his match with Taker, like for the storytelling, his match with Kurt. You really can get into that. And it's so funny because he'll joke about it. He's like, I don't know why they show, here at the PC, they show you guys me and Taker. It's like we had 30 years. He's like, tell you guys to do it like this when we had 30 years of, you know what I mean, of building up our names. Like, you guys can't do this for another 20 something years. But yeah,